Hello everyone, welcome back to J English Tutorial and Review. Today I'll be talking about one of the important topics in English grammar, and that is the subject-verb agreement. This is just the first part or part one of the entire review on that particular lesson. Before going to the first rule, let us be reminded first with the basic principles of subject-verb agreement. A singular subject needs a singular verb, so that means singular to singular. A plural subject needs a plural verb. And the verb always agrees with the subject in the sentence. Okay? So it means that you cannot pair a singular subject with a plural verb, or you cannot pair a plural subject with a singular verb. And with that being said, it is highly significant for us to distinguish the subject of the sentence, whether it is singular or plural. So we can also pair them with the right or the appropriate verb. Okay? And the best way to do that is to get familiar with or to learn with the rules of the subject-verb agreement. So you would know, or we would know, how the subject of a sentence is really identified, and so with the verb. Okay? Let's begin with rule number 1. Nouns that are plural in form but singular in meaning, such as news, physics, mathematics, rhetorics, civics, tonsillitis, tuberculosis, politics, economics, and many others. This means that there are more words other than these. Always takes singular form of the verb. What does it mean? It means that when you use these words in the sentence, you are always going to pair them with a singular verb. For examples, in the first sentence, his news. Okay? So we have here 3 verbs: is, are, were. Interesting. So the rule says, if you're going to use noun like news in the sentence, always pair it with a singular verb. So among the 3, is, are, and were, it is the verb is that is appropriate to our subject, which is news, because both are and were they are plural verbs or plural linking verbs. Okay, so his news is, because if you're going to take s in the word news, it will become new and it will be a different word now. Okay, so it means that you cannot take s in the word news if you mean news, because if you're going to take out s, it will become new, and new is another word and it has another meaning. Another example, physics deals are dealing with formula. So going back to the rule, using the word physics in the sentence, especially as your subject, always pair it with a singular verb. So deals are dealing. Deal without s is a plural one, and are dealing is obviously a plural verb because of the linking verb are. So the correct verb here is deals. By the way, please be reminded that a regular verb like deal, if you want to make a regular verb into a singular form, just add s. So just like deals. Because without s, it is plural, just like deal. I will repeat. Any regular verbs like this one, the verb deal, if you want to make that particular verb into singular, just add s, just like deals. Because without s, again, it is plural. Okay? So physics deals with formula. Number 3. Tuberculosis, are, is, were a curable disease. Using a word like tuberculosis, it always takes a singular verb. So are is plural, you cannot use are, and were is plural past tense, the past tense of are. So the correct verb here is is. Tuberculosis is a curable disease. Okay? Rule number 1, or this particular rule, reminds us that not all nouns that end with s, okay, not all nouns that end with s are plural. Okay, so please take note on that. So next time when you're using these words in the sentence or as a subject in your sentence, always pair them with a singular verb. Okay, let's proceed to rule number 2. Indefinite pronouns such as another, anybody, anyone, anything, each, either, everybody, everyone, everything, less, little, much, neither, nobody, no one, nothing, somebody, someone, and something always take singular form of the verb. Okay? So it means that when you use them, one of them, in the sentence, always think of a singular verb. Okay? For example, everyone are, is, were, have invited to attend the ceremony. Okay, so the verb are is plural. So you cannot use this. Were is also a plural, a past tense, and this is a past tense of the linking verb are. Okay? Then this is also plural. The auxiliary verb have is also plural. So among the four, is singular, the only singular. So everyone is invited to attend the ceremony. Another example, someone. So we're using someone here as a subject. Needs are needing to answer the phone. Okay, I told you earlier, if you're using regular verb, need is a regular verb, okay? If you're using regular verb or a regular verb, to make that into a singular form or into singular form, just add s. Okay? Just add s. So from need is plural, needs is singular. Then are needing, because of the verb are, it is plural. So the answer here, the correct answer here is someone needs. You just add s to the verb, the regular verb need. Okay, this is correct. Needs. Third example, neither of the students is, are, were invited to the event. Okay, this particular example, this is a little bit confusing. Why? Because if you have to check the sentence, you have here the word the students. So the noun, which is the students, or the word the students, it is telling you that it is plural. But if you are familiar, or if you're going to stick with what the rule says, that using neither in the sentence, especially as part of the subject, you are going to pair it with a singular verb. So is, are, were, is our singular verb. Both linking verbs are and were are plural. Okay? So please don't be confused because of the word students. The students. Our main subject here, or the basis of our verb here, is the word neither, not the word, or not the phrase the students. Okay? It is on the word, or it is on the indefinite pronoun neither. Okay? So please take note. Because sometimes if students or people who are using the language, the English language, are not familiar with the rules, then it really happens that there's a mismatch on the subject and the verb. Sometimes you are going to pair your singular subject with a plural verb or vice versa. Okay? So that's how important understanding, learning the rules of the subject-verb agreement are. Okay, rule number 3. If we have indefinite pronouns singular, we also have indefinite pronouns that are plural. Okay? It means that words like, or indefinite pronouns like both, few, many, others, and several, always take the plural form of the verb. Okay, so rule number 3 tells us that if we have singular, if we have indefinite pronoun singular, we also have indefinite pronouns plural. Okay, and these are again both few, many, others, and several. Examples: several students are, is, has asked to present their study loads. Okay, so what does the rule say? If you are going to use these indefinite pronouns, like several, pair it with the plural verb. So, which among the three? Are, is, or has? Is singular, auxiliary verb has is also singular. We're going to use are. Several students are asked to present their study loads. Another example, few teachers, okay, few is another indefinite pronoun which is plural or plural indefinite pronoun. Few teachers are, were, is, was given their salary yesterday. Okay, now, is a singular linking verb, was is singular too, so it's between are or were. Take note that the event happened yesterday, so we're going to use the one that is in past tense, and that is were. Are is okay, but since the event happened yesterday, then we have to choose were, the past tense of are. But they are both in plural, okay? Few teachers were given their salary yesterday. Last example. Both sides of the story, is, are, has, investigated. Okay, so we're using the indefinite pronoun both here. Then we are going to pair it with a plural verb. Is a singular. The auxiliary verb has is also singular. So the correct answer is are. Both sides of the story are investigated. Another reminder that I would like you to take note is, if you're using several, few, both in the sentence, particularly as a subject, since these indefinite pronouns are plural, then you have to pair it also with a plural noun. Like several students, few teachers, both sides. You cannot say several student, few teacher, both sides. It must be students, teachers, and sides. So that's another reminder that in using them in the subject, the noun that comes after it is also plural. Okay? Just to be consistent. Okay, I will repeat, you cannot say several student, few teacher, both sides. It must be plural. Several students, few teachers, and both sides. Okay? That is rule number 3. Let's now proceed to rule number 4. The expression, the number, is followed with a singular verb, while a number is followed with a plural verb. This is one of the rules of the subject-verb agreement that many English learners or those who are using the language are really confused about. Okay? The expression, the number, and a number. I will repeat. The expression, the number is followed with a singular verb or paired with a singular verb, while the expression, a number, is paired with a plural verb. For example, the number of teachers he needs to hire is or are 5. This example is a little bit confusing too. Why? Because in the sentence we have the word teachers. If you are not that familiar with the rule, you might think that you are going to say are, or you are going to use are as your verb because of the word teachers. Okay? But once you are aware with the rule that the expression, the number, takes a singular verb, then without a doubt, you are going to choose the verb is as your answer. Okay? Because of the expression, the number. The number of teachers he needs to hire are 5. So the correct answer is is. So the word teacher here is just confusing us. But once you knew the rule already, then it would be easy for you to pick the verb is or the singular verb. Another example. A number of suggestions were taken. Okay? So earlier it was the number, this time the expression a number. Okay? So the number takes singular verb while the expression a number takes plural verb. So which between the two is plural, was or were? It is were. Was is singular, were is plural. So a number of suggestions were taken. Okay, not was taken. Another example. Here is or are the number of milkshakes she has requested. So in this sentence again, you might be confused with our noun milkshakes. You might think that the answer is are. But if we have to stick to what the rule says, the expression the number takes a singular verb, then it would be a piece of cake for you to decide that the answer must be is. Here is the number of milkshakes she has requested. Okay? So you will be no longer confused with some other nouns in the sentence if you know that particular rule already. Okay? So that's rule number 4. The expression, the number, and a number. Let's move to rule number 5. Noun that comes after intervening phrases like with, together with, along with, and accompanied by is not part of the main subject of the sentence. For example, Mark together with his classmates is or are given an incentive. So in this example, we are using the intervening phrase together with. And if we have to go back to the rule, noun that comes after it, so his classmates or classmates, is not part of the main subject. Though it sounds plural because classmates, but it does not part of the main subject. Our main subject here is Mark, not classmates. That's why our answer is not are. But then again, if you are not familiar with the rule, you might think of are as your answer because of the word classmates for sure. But once you are aware or you are familiar with the rule, then it would be easier for you to say that the answer is not are. Okay? Another example, the doctor with his nurses were awarded by the government. So we are using here the intervening phrase with. And going back to the rule, the noun that comes after it, so nurses. Okay, it is the noun that comes after with is not part of the main subject. Though it sounds plural because nurses, but it's not part of the main subject. Our main subject here is, this is our main subject, the doctor. And the doctor is singular. That's why our answer is was, not were. Okay? So that is rule number 5. I hope guys this video has activated your prior knowledge on the rules of subject-verb agreement. I will repeat, this is just the first part and there will be more rules to be reviewed in my next video. Okay? So thank you so much guys. See you in my next video and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Bye-bye.